these other. I'd like to call to order the Fairway Estates Special Service Recreation District meeting. I'd like to recognize all of the chair members of this Recreation District. And we will begin with any public comments. If there are anybody that want to make public comments for our Fairway Estates District meeting. Do we have any online?
No one has raised their hand online.
Okay, then I will close the public comments for this meeting and we will move to the public hearing. Public hearing is our Fairway Estates Resolution number 013, amending the budget for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2024. Denise, looks like you're up again.
Wait a minute, I have a question here.
It's a public hearing. You're amending the budget.
Well, but I'm looking at the agenda from prime.
Chair, I think I did the chair agenda out of order. So yeah, it should be the, is the chair right?
Wait,
Okay.
wait a minute.
Sorry.
I'm looking, we're talking Fairway Estates, right?
Yes, we have an amendment to the budget first.
But I'm looking at the amendment. Okay, there it goes. It was goofy. I clicked on it once and it didn't have it. And then I went back and clicked on it again. And
It's
it
the
popped up
caffeine you're
right-
drinking.
No, that's weird. Okay, I'm good.
Mistake.
Amendment include. Thanks. The amendment includes some interest income in Fairway Estates. We never recognize interest earnings until after it's received, so it's an estimate for year end. And then we've received some additional fees in lieu of registration fees in vehicles in this area. And then our utility cost has increased almost double, quite candidly, this year. So the amendment includes an increase to utilities of $4,150. Very small budget amendment, but substantial for this district. So thank you.
All right. Is there a motion?
No, I just had a dumb, can I ask a question? Why was utilities increased so much? Do we know?
They've increased everywhere. You're going to see it in the budget too. Their utility costs have just gone through the roof.
Okay.
This is electricity as well as water. So it may be the way that they were watering over the last summer, not now, right? Because it was July and August of last year. It may also have been, there could have been leaks in the system. I don't know, but I just know that the bills are higher than I had anticipated.
Did we get a new water meter for them?
Well, if it was radio read, we could probably load it to your phone.
Okay.
There's an app for that.
But, Chair,
Yeah, Councilmember Whitlock.
but are we going to find out? Are we going to inquire why? I mean,
Yes, I already asked that question and they're looking into it.
okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so I'd like to make a motion that move to approve resolution number 013. Do we have one?
Council Chair, you need to have the public hearing, or Board Chair, sorry, you need to have the public hearing before.
I apologize. I did not have the public comments on my list, so I skipped that part. All right, let's do some public hearing comments. We will open the comments to the public, and for those that are interested may come forward and make any comments they want to towards this. I see none here. Are there any online?
No one online has raised their hand, Chair.
All right, then I will close public comments. Thank you for catching me on that. If there's no other discussion, then I will move to approve resolution number 013, amending the budget for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2024.
Second.
Motion from Councilmember Lamb, second from Councilmember Jacob. Discussion to the motion? Seeing none, let's vote. This is roll call. I got that one right.
Yeah, thank you. Board Member Whitelock,
Yes,
Board Member Green,
Yes.
Board Member Shelton,
Yes.
Board Member Bador,
Yes.
Chair Jacob,
Yes.
Board Member Bloom,
Yes.
and Vice Chair Lamb.
Yes.
Thank you. That motion passes 7-0.
Thank you. Now when we move to business item A, accept the proposed tentative budget for the Fairway State Special Recreation District for the fiscal year ending July 30th, 2025. Mrs. Stick. Ms. Stick.
Okay, we're gonna talk real quick about Fairway Estates. So really quick review. This was summer of 2023. You put out a survey, or we met with the residents and asked them to respond to a survey of several plans. We know that this district can't sustain itself at this point in time in its tax revenue for the long haul. And so we asked them if, as we came to them, how would they like to see this come to them? And so they voted overwhelmingly for option B, which was actually a no increase last year and then a larger increase this year, which was at 44% at the time. What we're going to propose is we do a 10% rate increase for property tax for this district. The assessed values for those homes are there at the top line with the taxable value and the tax increase as it currently stands, and then what a 10% increase would do. The annual property tax would go up by about $16. So I'm sorry, $16 overall, but it would be $16 per month if you divided the $200 by 12. So instead of a 44% tax increase, we're proposing a 10%, and there is a 5-year plan for this with a proposed tax increase that is pretty gradual all the way out. Questions to you. So I disclosed to you with that legislation slide earlier that there's no longer, or there wasn't before either, a requirement for us to go through truth in taxation in this district because the revenues are below $20,000. My question to you as a board is, do you want to initiate the truth in taxation process? So the actual public hearing, all that kind of thing, noticing, putting it on their property tax, blah, blah, blah. It's going to go on their notices anyway, but a public hearing date, or do you want to meet with the neighborhood again to talk about this?
Council Chair Jacob. Board Chair, sorry.
I'm not bored. This is exciting. I'll chime in here. We met with the neighborhood. We got their opinions. Whereas our board has changed, the neighborhood hasn't changed much, I don't think. We know what direction they have directed us to go. Let's go that direction. That's my 2 cents, or $16.
Thank you.
Board Member Whitelock.
And for the most part, I agree. I just want to make sure that in some format, we let them know that they can come talk to us, like, as per our meeting and what you guys voted on, this is what your increase is going to look like. Here's where you can come and talk to us if you want to. Just something.
Yeah, so that would be that we'd initiate the truth and taxation process, that we would ask the county to put on that line where it says there's going to be an increase for that line. It will say there's going to be an increase, but we can either choose to or choose not to put a public hearing date of August 13th on there. We could just put the public hearing. So that would be the
I don't
truth and
think we
taxation.
need to. I don't think that neighborhood will be upset if we don't have a public hearing. I don't think we need to go to that extent.
Can we just send a letter?
Yeah, just so they know.
Okay.
I don't know.
We can do that.
On my paper water bill, you could give me a notice, but I don't know what you do when it's electronic. So
Okay,
something, I can walk a flyer around and put it on their doors.
okay, deal. Or Councilmember Bedore could, because
Councilmember
I think
Green.
you live right next door.
Councilmember Green.
I'm leaning towards the public hearing just because it's transparent. It gives them an opportunity to formally address the board as opposed to doing something that might be out of the ordinary and say, well, reach out to the board. I mean, we can do a letter, we can do a flyer, but it just seems to me that if there is any feedback, I mean, if there's no, I guess that the cost, it's not going to cost us anything to do the public hearing. And if nobody shows up for the public hearing, it's open and closed and we move on.
Correct.
So it's not gonna really, so. Whoa. I'm, okay, I know where you're going, I know where you're going, Board Member Whitelock, so, but I do like the transparency issue. If there's a way that we can do it in a different way, then, okay. You know, if that means sending out another survey or Qualtrics or something, okay. But transparency says we ought to do something, and I like the public hearing.
Okay, can I get a straw poll? Can you give me a thumbs up if you would like to have the public hearing or
One moment,
somebody
I
do
got
that?
two people with some comments.
Yeah.
So Board Chair Jacob.
Yeah, I've got just a point to that. When we adopt a budget, there will be a public hearing.
Yes,
You can't adopt a budget without a public hearing. This is
yes.
just saying, do we want to push it off to August and have the public hearing in August? So that it's listed on that list when you get your property tax notice that says proposed increases, or do we not?
Right.
That's the only difference. There will be a public hearing. You have to have a public hearing to approve a budget.
Correct.
That's actually what I was going to say. We're already going to meet as a board again. We can invite them to come. And it's no, I mean, obviously send a letter, but we'll just let them know, hey, we're having a public meeting anyways. We're already going to do it and just invite them.
So you would like me to notify the neighborhood of the public hearing? Because we don't normally would do that. We'd normally just put it on the website.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, can do that.
Is
Thank
that
you.
good for the straw poll?
Yes, thank
Okay.
you. That's it. Oops. Whoops, I don't know where I'm going here. Somebody else drive.
All right. Any questions or discussion about the proposed tentative budget?
We have to, do we have to accept that?
Yes.
I move to accept the budget for the Fairway State Special Recreation District.
Second.
Have a motion by Board Member Green and a second from Board Chair Jacob. Discussion of the motion? Seeing none? Is this a roll call vote?
Voice.
All right. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? That passes. Moving to consent items, I will move to approve consent items for August 22nd, 2023 and August 23rd, 2023.
I'll second.
Have a motion from Board Member Lamb and a second from Board Member Bloom. Discussion to the motion? None? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? That passes too. And I will move to adjourn our Fairway Estates meeting.
Since you moved, I'll second.